All right, so here's the problem. Many drummers think they need more fills to learn more drum fills, but that's not really true. What I'm showing you today is the grouping system, which is basically, for me, the language behind all the great drum fills. And it's exactly what I teach all my students from all around the world, and they're developing more creative freedom. Now, before we actually dive into, hey, what's all the different groupings and how can we apply that, I need you to understand one thing. We're gonna play today in 16th notes, right? What you gotta understand is, instead of seeing this as 4 blocks of 4, why don't we see this as 16 notes in total? Because why do you need to change your view about the 16th notes? Well, most drummers get stuck because they see those 4 blocks of 4 as 16th notes. But I want you to view them now as 16 notes in total. There's no 4 different groups, there's just 16 notes in total, bang. Whoop. Just 1 bar of 16 notes in total. Now, if you want to change how you play your fills, you want to change how you structure those 16th notes. So it's not what you play that's going to be different, it's going to be how you play it that's going to be different. So for the sake of keeping it a little bit clear, I'll take this away and just see those 4 groups of 4 still so you can see the reference. But what we're going to start with is different groupings in the same 16th notes. And I promise you this lesson is going to be so worth it. Once you understand this, a whole new world opens up and you're going to be super creative with anything, which is really cool. It's so easy. The drumming world has made this so hard, while it's actually so easy to see this. So to get started, we're going to use groups of 3 and 5. 3, 5, 3, 5. Makes up for 16 notes in total. 3, 5, 3, 5. That's 16 notes in total. This is one of my favorite things to get started with because it opens up your eyes and it allows you to play creative fills right away. Promise you, if you're behind your kit or your pad, play along because you're going to be able to play this right away. If you know your singles and doubles, you're going to be able to play this. So it's super easy. So the group of 3 is going to be right, left, left. And the group of 5 is going to be right, left, right, left, left. So nothing fancy, just singles and doubles. That's it. It's just how we play it, right? So we're going to play 3, 5, 3, 5. That's how it's going to look like in a fill setting, right? How can we create a clear structure within those 16th notes? Because if we're just playing it all at the same loudness, it's not going to make sense. So we need to play accents. So in the 16th note grid, that's going to look like this. We're going to accent the right on the 3 and the right on the 5. Both 2 rights in the 5 and 1 in the 3. Bang. So let's actually see how that sounds. All right, so that's step 1, just 3, 5, 3, 5. Now, let me show you another little bit of a trick that you can use to not create just one fill, right, with 3s and 5s, but what if we actually do this? 3, 3, 5, 5. And I like to write it down in these numbers because it allows you not to read the notation all the time, but just see the numbers, and you're gonna hear the melodies that relate to that. So 3, 3, 5, 5, write it down on your own piece of paper, follow along. Or if you actually want to read along and see this system, you can download the free guide in the description, totally free, so you can follow along and see how this system actually works. Okay, so you understand that you can actually mix those numbers around in a way that you like. I do want to show you the creative strategy. So we've got 3, 3, 5, 5. We know it's right, left, left, right, left, left. Because what I want to show you is what I call the creative strategy. The creative strategy, CS, right? One thing that we already did was choose a subdivision. Then we said, hey, we want to create different groupings. So we chose a grouping and the subdivision is 16ths. The grouping is 3 and 5. And then we said, hey, we need to play it more dynamic. And then we said, change the order, right? We can change different orders of the numbers, but here comes the magic, which is orchestration. And it's actually super, super simple because the only thing you have to do to get started with is move that right hand, because we have our right hand that can move freely around the kit. Left hand stays on the snare. Move that right hand to the floor tom. Now here is another piece of magic, is we can add a little thing to the creative strategy, which is a layer. So adding a layer. What I mean by that is, what if we play our right hand on a cymbal and we add our bass drum? So we're adding a layer, boop, of the bass drum. All right, so that's step one, or these were a lot of steps already, but these are a few steps that you can take to create more freedom in your playing. Now, of course, there's more options, and this is the roadmap, right? This is going to be your roadmap to that freedom. And the starting point is the 3s and 5s, because it's easiest to understand and easiest to play. But what if now we actually add another grouping, a group of 7? So what if we have 3, 5, 7. How much is that? That's 8 plus 7 is 15. Okay, well, we need 60 notes in total, so plus 1. So what if we play it like this? Right, left, left. That's the 3. Right, left, left. That's the 5. And then add another 2 single strokes and we have a group of 7. Right, left, right, left. Right, left, left. And then we have plus 1. Let's just play a right hand and that's it. Cool? We play that as a 1-bar fill, right hand on the floor tom, and the accents, of course, are still the right hands, so we create nice melodies, and those melodies, that's what makes these fills sound different, because we're still playing the same 16th notes. It's the same amount of notes, it's just how we play it is different. Let's check how this sounds. All right, I'm hoping that you're writing with me or either watching and reading the free guide already. Make sure to download it in the description because you can just follow along what I'm doing. But if you write it down yourself, you can get to work right away. So think of another number. 6, cool. All right, let's play a 6 and then another 6. All right, cool. We'll play another 6. And then how much do we have left? 12, 4, cool. We'll play a 4. Awesome. Yeah. Now here we go. 2 of my favorite groupings is still 16, right? 6, 6, 4. How can we play this? Well, I have this pattern that I truly love, which is actually coming from that 4, which is right, left, left, kick. It's such a common pattern and it's so easy, but it's also really cool. It was one of my first sort of linear things that I learned to play, right, left, left, kick. And if you play that, fast, it sounds pretty cool, but it also becomes pretty boring pretty quickly because it's such a short phrase. So how can we expand that? Well, we can actually add another right, left in front of it and create a 6. Right, left, left, kick. And then same here. So we got 6, 6, 4. So again, let's see how that sounds on the snare. Then move the right hand to the floor and actually move the right hand around the kit a little bit. Okay, sounds amazing, right? It's pretty cool, and it's still singles and doubles, but now we're actually including the kick. Now, I told you about moving numbers, right? So we had 6-6-4. We can also play 6-4-6 or 4-6-6. Play around with that, have some fun with it. But that's not everything. What if now we have that right, left kick, right? This is the 6, and we have that 4. We can view this a little bit different. What if we now see this 6 not as 6, but as a 4 and 2? That is going to give us some more options. What if, again, we play right, left, 2, and we play another 4, right, left kick. How much do we have left? So that is 6, 6 is 12. We have another 4 left, right, left kick. This gives us the exact same pattern as we did before, 6-6-4. But we can create different sort of patterns that we cannot create when we play 6-6-4. So, for example, we could play 4-4-2-4-2. Let's see how that sounds. Pretty cool, right? And you can mix it up a lot more and have a lot of fun with that. So I'm just sharing the foundation and the little roadmap of some of the most important stickings that you can follow along and get started with to build more freedom in your playing. So let's actually explore one more super useful pattern, which is 3. So how many 3s can we play in one bar fill? 5 times. Cool. So we can play 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, plus 1, because 5 times 3 is 15. Yeah! Let's now use one of the most famous stickings, chops, or whatever you want to call it, that we all know, right, left, kick. But now we're not playing it as triplets, we're playing it as 16th notes. I'm playing this as a 1 bar fill, but I'm going to give you a little bonus and show you how I practice it to develop more flow. But first, let's see how it actually sounds as a 1 bar fill while I'll keep my right hand on the floor, left hand on the snare. Sounds amazing, right? Now let me show you what you can actually do when you dive deeper in just a group of 3, playing different accents, moving it around the kit. Oh, this is going to be amazing. Listen to this. Now, of course, that was not just 1 bar fills. There is way more things to explore, like 2 bar phrases or even 4 bar phrases, and approaching your group of 3, for example, as a solo idea, which you can move in and out of. So that's what I want to show you right now is what if we have the right left kick as a sort of home base? So the pattern that will always return to. We're always going to return back to this. But in the meantime, we're going to play singles. Yes, singles. I know I said it. Trust me. Singles are the best rudiment that you can ever learn to master. So we're just going to play some single strokes in between. You know what? Let's actually say we'll play 2 single strokes in between random. We're going to play right left kick in a continuous flow of 16th notes and sometimes add 2 single strokes. Let's see how that sounds. Sounds amazing, right? What if we now can create or play as much single strokes as we want and we can move them around the kit? What happens then? Sounds like a drum solo, right? It's an endless flow of ideas, and you can do this with all the stickings that I use in the grouping system, and they're all just singles and doubles, just different combinations of singles and doubles. And I have some single kick variations. I have some variations with 2 kicks, not double bass, but just using 2 kicks. And it allows you to develop so much freedom around your kit and improvise your fills instead of learning this one fill and then playing that one fill. And then you can't really do anything about it. You now have the roadmap to learning the language behind every great fill. Using this, only this framework, what I just showed you, this is literally just the foundation of my system. There's way more to explore there, but using this is already going to change your drumming forever. It's going to change your drumming so much. It's going to make so much more fun, and it's going to make so much more sense playing these things. So you're going to hear things, you're going to hear other drummers play things where you're like, oh my god, that's just right left kick. Yes, I know, it's super easy. That's why this, what I shared in this video today, is the foundation of everything that you play as a drummer, and it gives you endless possibilities. So listen, if this made sense to you, you're starting to see the fills as a language. Make sure to download that free guide so you can see it and practice it, not just nod along during this video like, yeah, Eddie. No, download it, get to practice and look at it every day, and you'll change your belief shift in like, I'm always playing the same fills to, I can play any fill on the fly wherever I'm playing. I can come up with a fill because I know the language behind the fills. And this is just a free foundation, right? This is what I explore and explain to all my students in my one-on-one coaching, but also in my ebook series, which explains this in way more detail and gives you way more access. And if you want to check it out, just it's in the description. Feel free to check it out. And if you're interested in diving deeper together with me, there's always options to work with me. Just hit me up below, find me on Instagram, send me a DM, and let's talk. For now, I want to say just grab the ebook and start building your fill freedom. I'll see you in the next video.